Because number one, again, I'm not 100% trustworthy yet, but I want him to say, yeah, I'm going to be right here tonight on the email. So you can send it and I'll look at it. I'll immediately delete it. That way there's no risk. That's what we had said on the podcast. That if I'm going to send him all that information, he would immediately delete it. The moment it comes in, he would check it. Okay, there it is. There's the evidence. Got it. And immediately delete it. And it's safe, right? Because it's gone. So that's what I want to know. That's what I asked him. How often do you check this email? All right. I did not receive a response. Okay. Until today at 5:45 p.m. All right. So we can pretend like that's where it was at that point. Okay. So I sent him that last night, 6:18 p.m. Zero response yesterday. No response at all at that email address. So last night, I do a 2-hour level 1 podcast over on DSP Gaming. Of course, people are asking me more questions. At that point, I'm still feeling positive about it. I'm like, hey, it's exactly how I wanted it to go. People kept telling me on the podcast last night that Craig and Adam were unfair to me. I will say this publicly again. I don't think that's the case. I think it was that was exactly how I expected the interview to go. I thought that's exactly how it was supposed to go. Okay? I didn't think they were going to believe me and be blown away by the fact that I sat on there and I really couldn't show them the definitive evidence. But I emailed Craig and said, I'm going to send you the evidence, basically. Are you monitoring this email? Okay? Read it word for word to you guys, right out of my email. Okay? So anyway, that's where we left it. All right? Overnight, nothing happens. In the morning, apparently they turn on their show. Now, here's where the bullshit starts. Okay? They had advertised all week long that on Friday we're going to do a decompression stream from the Dark Side Phil interview. We're all going to be playing Mario Kart together. It's going to be the whole show. It's going to be just fun gameplay of us kind of messing around and playing Mario Kart to decompress from the drama that likely will have happened Thursday. This was advertised all week long. Is that what they did today on their podcast? Dark Side Phil Aftermath Side Scroller podcast. Let's see. 2.5 hours long, way longer than their show usually runs. 13,000 views. Gee, I wonder why. So what they had said they were doing all week, what I was under the impression they were doing all week, they decided not to do. All right, they decided to do something completely and utterly different this morning. Now, I did not watch this show. I went and did my own content this morning. I played Hogwarts Legacy on my stream, and I beat it over on DSP Gaming. The playthrough is complete. I'm happy because it was a really long game, and now it's done. And so I decided, I'm back to normal, right? I won't even probably be talking to these guys. If Craig comes back at me and responds to the email, right, then, we'll have a discussion about possibly sending him all the stuff or whatever that he wanted on the show. I'm serious about it, right? So I'm streaming and people are like, Phil, did you just see that podcast they just did? I'm like, no. Again, to my knowledge, it's over. That was the interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what are you talking about? No, do you understand the whole show was dumping on you? Like literally every host came on and essentially said, they didn't believe a word you said. You're a filthy liar. You're not that they were like totally saying what a scumbag or anything like that. But essentially, I guess what the theme of the show was that they're all sorry for me because I'm such a person who apparently is really just a sad guy in a bad situation, and he's addicted, and he's a liar, and it's all bullshit. And essentially, it's funny, all right, because they're doing the show, all right, and apparently, when they're doing the show, every time a super chat comes in, it's literally from one of my detractors. And every super chat is something nasty. And they read it, and they all collectively laugh at it. Ha ha ha, that's funny. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Let's laugh at Phil because he's not here. Ha 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 ha. They didn't do that when I was on the show. They waited till I wasn't. That's funny, isn't it? Very funny. Ha ha ha. Right? And they're showing on for 2.5 hours. All right? Now, I got a question for Craig and the Side Scrollers crew. I really do have a genuine question. All right? Let's actually ask the question. We all know that my appearance on Side Scrollers is the most popular thing they've ever done, correct? It even brought in Keemstar. Big ass YouTuber, all right? Do you think that Keemstar would have ever appeared on the Side Scrollers podcast if I wasn't on there? Right? Okay. So they see, oh my God, this is the biggest thing we've ever done, and we just made an insane amount of money, thousands of dollars from detractors. So what do they decide to do the next day when I'm not there, which is not the agreement we had? They do the DSP Pylon show, where we're just going to sit there and we're going to take a big dump on him because he's not here to actually respond to any of it. All right? There's a difference between journalism and online drama for personal gain. It's cause and effect here. They saw the money rolling in on Thursday, and they decided instead of doing our Mario Kart show that was planned and we were supposed to be doing on Friday, instead, who cares about that? We're going to ride this gravy train on. We're going to do the Dump on Darkside Phil show. And it became a 2.5-hour clown show of them essentially taking in donation after donation after donation from every detractor under the sun to read it, laugh at me, make jokes about me, and then make money on it. Okay? So here's the question I have for Craig and the Side Scrollers crew. If the Darkside Phil interview on Thursday only had 100 viewers, and if you had made $5 the whole show, would you have done the Darkside Phil Aftermath show on Friday? I would love to hear their answer. I'm sure they will. All right? But, you know, like I said, it's cause and effect. The reason that they did the show is because they wanted the money, right? Or else, if there's no profit there, why are they going to do it again? There's no point. They got to ride that popularity out while they have it, all right? This is literally the same thing that all of my detractors have done for years. They say, wait a minute, drama sells? Wait a minute, making fun of someone and you know, bringing them down at their own expense is profitable? Oh, well, who cares about morals, right? I mean, even though we promised Phil a completely fair shake on the interview, we didn't promise him we wouldn't destroy him the next day when he's definitely not there and not knowing we're going to do it, right? It's literally, it's being completely